I want to address your question specifically, and timing is everything. So at this very moment, there are 5 different agencies to include DeKalb, Cobb County, Fulton County, and a couple other agencies, the state. We're actually conducting a massive shakedown at the jail right now, started earlier this morning, and so we expect to find several things, right? And this is not simply because of the actions of the DA and certainly our police partners. This is simply because it's the right thing to do. And we are running a massive facility, the largest in the Southeast, 3,200 inmates, give or take, on the weekend. And so we've gotten and enjoyed the relationship with the DA as one of the things that we stepped up to do from the beginning. When we knew the jail was overcrowded, when we first took office, was to give access to the DA's investigators, reunite the partnership with the Atlanta Police Department, the investigators, et cetera. So there's a lot of information there that'll be forthcoming. And as you know, we had a deputy that was stabbed last week before, and so those things spawn this next action. So our goal is to have the safest jail in the industry, but quite simply, these actions and the partnerships we created, and thank you for your leadership, Madam DA, have really allowed us to be in that space. So we'll know shortly about that.
Yeah, that was kind of my next question. How is your detention officer doing? And then also, are you able to just explain what you mean by a shakedown?
And great question. So first of all, Officer Richardson is doing fantastic, right? I was actually at the facility when the attack occurred. We had an opportunity, and certainly want to thank publicly the Atlanta Police Department who really made sure the streets were shut down to get him to the hospital to seek and have the level of care he needed. So he's doing fine. He's excited about coming back, but again, as you can imagine, being attacked in a space that is supposedly secure, right? With 350 people on the floor, our goal is to create an environment that is more safe. So shakedown specifically is we have a couple hundred people right now going through every single cell, every single piece of materials that we have, be it bedding, be it clothing, whatever that looks like, to ensure that we've captured shanks, we've captured or homemade knives, cell phones, whatever that looks like, right? And so we've been very, very focused on making sure we create a safe environment. So,
sure.
All right.
Have there been other incidents of violence within the jail, say over the last 3 months or so? And if there have, is there any connection between that violence and the gang activity that we're describing, like, broadly?
And so the best part of that is our relationship with the DA and the investigators, and what I don't understand, and it's public information, that we record everything that happens in the facility, period, both audio and visually. So to that extent, we're combing through to make those determinations, but we're going to make sure that, as it's been said, in our previous to us taking office, at one point the Fulton County Sheriff's Office was the largest incubator for crime in the city. And so we're going to utilize the technology that we have at our fingertips to make sure we make that a non-issue.
The reason I ask is because another big name rapper, YFN Lucci, was attacked in jail more or less at the same time that Christopher Eppinger was getting arrested. Lucci claims that there's a bounty on his head. And I'm wondering if the tit for tat that I think is occurring on the street between gangs is playing out in the jail.
Well, let me calm your suspicions, right? He is by himself. He is in no harm, right? As a matter of fact, when he comes out, there has to be supervisory personnel present, right? So we take that, and it's not just because it's him. Those individuals that are high risk, we treat the same way. And so our goal is to make sure that everyone's loved ones that are incarcerated in Fulton County, whether they're sleeping on the floor or not, are absolutely safe as possible.
Thanks, guys. About